It may be true that morality cannot be legislated, but behavior can be regulated. It may be true that the law can't change the heart, but it can restrain the heartless. It may be true that the law can't make a man love me, but it can restrain him from lynching me, and I think that's pretty important also. And so while the law may not change the hearts of men,
It would be a disgrace and a double tragedy if now we stop the nonviolent movement because of Dr. King's death. That's the one thing he wouldn't want you to do. Get it in there?
Firecracker, loud, real loud shot. And when I heard somebody holler, "Oh, Lord." And then I turned around and went back to where he was, and he had fallen backwards. And the wound was in this area here. Yes, I suspect it was right side. And it had torn away the necktie from his shirt. He didn't say anything, he didn't say anything at all. Oh yes, we heard the shot, definitely. And then we looked in this direction and we saw policemen coming this way, asking us what happened, you know. Just that quick, yeah.
But because we're living in a sick world, and the pathology and the sickness and the neurosis of Memphis and of this racist society in which we live is that really pulled the trigger. God knows this is the most tragic thing that has ever happened in my life. Well, obviously it will. There were those who never believed in nonviolence because they never understood the depth of that method of solving problems in the world. Dr. King was by far the most articulate spokesman on earth in that regard, and to some extent Dr. King has been a buffer the last few years between the black community and the white community. The white people do not know it, but the white people's best friend is dead. The black people's leader, Al Moses, the once in a 400 or 500 year leader, has been taken from us by hatred and bitterness. Even as I stand at this hour, I cannot even allow hate to enter my heart at this time, for it was sickness, not meanness, that killed him. And somehow this nation has to continue to be challenged and to be transformed from what it is to what it ought to be.
I have some very sad news for all of you, and I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world. And that is that Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis.
When I think about how easily I cry, I know that that was
I ask every citizen to reject the blind violence that has struck Dr. King.
question was whether to move troops into Washington.
I had in my office a map. We had troops in Washington. We had troops in Chicago. We had troops in Baltimore. We had troops on alert all over the country.
All the things that my father did were about peace and nonviolence. So my response was that it was a slap in his face for people to respond in the way that they did. But then as I got older, I understood where
fire has broken out. This way, Jim. Hold it. Go back right up.
And in the Civil Rights Act of 1964, we affirmed through law that men equal under God are also equal when they seek a job, when they go to get a meal in a restaurant, or when they seek lodging for the night in any state in the Union. And now the Negro families no longer suffer the humiliation of being turned away because of their race. Now with this bill, the voice of justice speaks again. It proclaims that fair housing for all human beings who live in this country is now a part of the American way of life. Of course, all America is outraged at the assassination of an outstanding Negro leader who was at that meeting that afternoon in the White House in 1966. And America is also outraged at the looting and the burning that defiles our democracy. And we just must put our shoulders together and put a stop to both. The time is here. Action must be now. In the Civil Rights Act of 1968, America does move forward. And the bell of freedom rings out a little louder. We have come some of the way, not near all of it. There is much yet to do.
My nationality is Afro-American.
What is freedom?
Freedom is black power.
What is black power? What are you?
I'm black and beautiful.
What is your nationality?
My nationality is Afro-American.
What is your nationality?
My nationality is Afro-American.
It was like a form of political theater. This is how you deal with it. You stand up, you organize, you get armed, you say you won't take it anymore. It was very exciting.
We've got to turn our back on this country.
Yeah, tell them what to do.
This country has never cared about black people.
That's right.
They don't give two damns about us. And all of us always turn around worrying about what's good for America, what's good later for America, what's good for black people. That's what we want.
The day of Martin Luther King's nonviolence has come to an end.
Wonderful.
I'm an old black brother whose father was a branded slave, whose daddy was born the day that Robert E. Lee surrendered at Appomattox Courthouse on April 19th in 1965. And I never agreed with nonviolence completely. And I told Martin Luther King that 2 months ago, and he denied it. But I got 3 witnesses right here in this audience who were there when he said, my day's finished. Martin Luther King came to Bimini to tell me, my day's finished. He didn't have to tell me. I knew it, baby.
I don't know where my good friend Adam Clayton Powell got that quote or that impression. I've never said to him or to anybody that I'm ready to discard nonviolence. I am more unready to discard it now than ever before because I don't see any moral or practical justification for a violent campaign.
We went back to Memphis, an old farm cart with mules. And then that cart went all through the South and all these communities. Very emotional.
I hope it's another Belfast. Why? Shoot all the niggers.
Why?
Because why should they come over here and wreck the city?
Why should they
take over that school?
White kids probably just hate us, period. Just don't like us at all. Just don't want us around there, so we don't want them around up here.
If that's the way everyone feels, I mean, why should anyone go to school?
You're going to win your cause, not Woolston alone. I can affirm from personal experience that social change can be painful for all involved, for oppressor and oppressed. But such change is far from rewarding, but such change is far more rewarding and healing than adhering to the poisonous ways of the past.
Gentlemen, give me your attention, please. United States District Court for the District of North Carolina.
That's good.
Yes, it does. I think they had their place and we had ours. Not in the same school. They were happy where they were, and we're happy where we were. Because if God wanted us to mix, he would have made us all the same color. He didn't want us to mix. I got to.
Some of us that were beaten here a few steps away 10 years ago.
Because eventually they're gonna have conflicts. Because we're black and they're white. And that sets the line right there, see.
Like a doctor's office. I could be just as sick as any other white person that's 17 years old and that's my age. And I can go to the doctor's office and they're gonna put me in the back room and she's gonna take the front room and they're gonna call her first and I've been sitting up there 2 hours.
I just believe that it would happen. I just believe, that's all I can really say about that. I commend those who knew, and I smile to those who didn't believe, because you only gave us the strength that we needed to continue believing and that it would be.
The black man, by nature, is divine.
And because you haven't done the right thing by my people, now I got to do the right thing by you.
When a criminal starts misusing me, I am going to use whatever necessary to get that criminal off my back. And the injustice that has been inflicted upon Negroes in this country by Uncle Sam is criminal. Don't blame a cracker in Georgia for your injustices. The government is responsible for the injustices. We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
They came running down the middle aisle toward the, I saw him scramble up, run out the door. I chased him out the door, at which time, when I got out, there was a crowd of people outside. They had him, and they were beating him. I turned around and went back in, and as I got to the stage, he was still laying there, and everybody was standing around. So
I have no doubt that the assassination of Malcolm X was calculated